A blonde woman walks into the library and walks up to the librarian. Well, she tells her, "I'll have a double cheeseburger, medium fries, and a large drink." The librarian, a little bit annoyed, says, "Honey, this is a library, not a McDonald's." While the blonde, extremely embarrassed, says, "I'm sorry, I'll have a double cheeseburger, medium fries, and a large drink." A man got his house painted, and when the painters were done, they handed him the bill. He was a little surprised to find that the painters weren't charging him for the paint, just the labor. Well, he asked them, "You guys did a great job, but why didn't you charge me for the paint?" Well, the painter looks at him and says, "Oh, don't worry about the paint. It's on the house." A local church puts out a want ad for somebody to ring their bell every day. Well, a man with no arms replies to the want ad. Well, the priest asks him, "How can you ring a bell with no arms?" Well, the man runs into the bell face first, and the bell rings loud and beautifully. Well, the priest gives him the job until one day he missed the bell and falls all the way to his death. Well, the priest and several other people came out to the man's side, and one of them said, "Father, who is he?" The priest replies, "I don't know, but his face sure rings a bell." Bob was at work when he noticed that his coworker Joe was wearing an earring. Well, Bob knows Joe to be very conservative and a little curious about the sudden change. "Hey," he says, "I didn't know you were into earrings." "Don't make such a big deal out of it," says Joe. "No, really," says Bob. "How long you been wearing one?" "Okay, fine. I've been wearing one ever since my wife found it in our bed, okay? I wear earrings now." Three guys were having a couple cocktails in a tavern. Well, two of them were talking about the amount of control that they have over their wives. The third guy, he stays pretty quiet. Well, after a while, they turn to the third guy and say, "Well, what about you, buddy?" The third guy says, "Well, just the other night, my wife came to me on her hands and knees." Well, the first two guys were amazed. "Wow! What happened then?" they said. The third guy takes a big drink and then says, "Well, she said, 'Why don't you get out from under the bed and fight like a man?'"